Good morning everyone and welcome to another Tuesday. Now sadly today I'm on my own. Gemma's at the office printing, so I'm afraid you're just stuck with me this morning. But today's reading is going to be read from Revelation 5. So this is what Revelation 5 says, and I am reading from the Passion Translation. And I saw that the one seated on the throne was holding in his right hand an unopened scroll with writing on the inside and on the outside, and it was sealed with 7 seals. Then I saw an incredibly powerful angel proclaiming with a great loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its 7 seals?" But no person could be found living or dead in all of creation. No one was worthy to open the scroll and read its contents. So I broke down weeping with intense sorrow, because there was no one found worthy to break open the scroll and read its contents. Then I saw a young lamb standing in the middle of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders. He appeared to have been slaughtered, but was now alive. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which were the 7 spirits of God, sent out to the ends of the earth. I saw the young lamb approach the throne and receive the scroll from the right hand of the one who sat there. And when the 24 elders and the 4 living creatures saw the lamb had taken the scroll, they fell face down at the feet of the lamb and worshipped him. Each of them had a harp and golden bowls brimming full of sweet, fragrant incense, which were the prayers of God's holy lovers. And they were all singing this new song of praise to the Lamb. "Because you were slaughtered for us, you are worthy to take the scroll and open its seals. Your blood was the price paid to redeem us. You purchased us to bring us to God, out of every tribe, language, people, group, and nation. You've chosen to serve our God and formed us into a kingdom of priests who reign on the earth." Then I looked and heard the voices of myriads of angels in circles around the throne, as well as the voices of the living creatures and the elders. Myriads and myriads. And as I watched, all of them were singing with thunderous voices, "Worthy is Christ the Lamb who was slaughtered to receive great power and might, wealth and wisdom, and honour and glory and praise." Then every living being joined the angelic choir, every creature in heaven and on earth, under the sea, and everything in them, were worshipping with one voice, saying, "Praise, honour, glory and dominion be to God enthroned, and to Christ the Lamb, forever and ever." Then the 4 living creatures responded, "Amen." And the 24 elders threw themselves face down to the ground and worshipped. So I've always found biblical worship and music fascinating, but especially so over the last few years as I completed my degree. I especially love songs based on Revelation that talk about heaven. I just find it really interesting. They're musically a bit different as well, so it's nice to hear more than 4 chords for a change and a melody that's a little bit different at least. There's some songs that I know that obviously fall into that category, and I'm sure there's plenty of hymns as well, but you'll know them much better than me. Whenever I listen to these songs, they get me thinking about what heavenly worship looks like, and so in our reading today we see a glimpse of that. We see angels singing with thunderous voices, with millions of angels singing with thunderous voices, with the living creatures and elders all worshipping the Lamb. They form then an angelic choir with every creature in heaven and on earth, and worship with one voice, "Praise and honour and glory and dominion be to God enthroned, and to Christ the Lamb forever and ever." It gives me goosebumps reading that and saying it. And the response of this unceasing thunderous worship is that the elders fall face down before the throne of God in awe and reverence, and carry on worshipping. And so, as I said, I love passages like this, and Last summer we went to a worship event called David's Tent. You may have heard of it. Basically what it is it's 72 hours of non-stop worship. So from the Friday, I think, till the Sunday morning or the Monday morning, I can't remember now. But 72 hours of lots of different worship leaders from all around the world. They come and they just have back-to-back worship for 72 hours through the night and through the day. And me and Gemma, we went to the last session, the last morning, sorry. And on the last session of the last morning, halfway through that set, the band went into this spontaneous piece of worship. Which is based on this Revelation 5 that we've read. And a minute or so into it, I just fell onto my knees. I couldn't get up, I couldn't sing along, I couldn't do anything. It was a really bizarre experience, really, not something I'd had before. And as I was on my knees, just in awe of what was going on, it just felt like a reflection of heaven, as thousands of voices in this tent thundered and boomed out together with the words, "All blessing and honour, glory and power be unto the Lamb who sits on the throne." As I was there on my knees, I just felt in complete awe of God's holiness, His awesomeness, His ness. I couldn't help but be on my knees, on my face, just in reverence. And I think this is probably one of if not the most profound encounter that I've had with God. I saw and heard a glimpse of what this Revelation 5 heavenly worship is like. And of course it was only a glimpse, but it was just so otherly, I guess. I can't even put it into words. And now of course we all have different tastes in music. And of course I enjoyed having the full band play, blasting through the speakers. But when we get to heaven, I don't think any of that will matter anymore. Just as I was in that tent with thousands of people singing this, that refrain, "All blessing, honour, glory and power be unto the Lamb who sits on the throne," as that repeated and repeated, we will be with angels, eternally thundering God's praise. And to me that is so, so exciting. And so those are just a few thoughts from Revelation 5. That just really excites me. So yeah, I encourage you to read it again and read some of the other worship experiences and worship encounters that are written down in Revelation. Have a great day. Bye.